There's one 3-word word to say when somebody says you can't. Go funk yourself. World's a mess, I'm a mess, but best dressed. Today, I'm going to explain my song Best Dressed, released approximately a year ago. I'm super behind, but I plan on making some strides here on YouTube shortly, headed into the winter. So I gotta pick up where I left off. Long story short, this song was sparked. The idea for this song was sparked when I thought, I should make a song called Senior Superlative, I think is what the original song title was supposed to be. And I had this idea from the song Graduation by Juice WRLD and Benny Blanco. It was like, they basically interpolated the classic Graduation song and made it, like modern hip hop, whatever. And I was thinking, like, that's kind of a cool idea. What if I took it a step further and made a song that was just, like, regarding senior superlatives, a.k.a. regarding being the person that your classmates voted you to be. So, ironically, my classmates voted me best dressed. I will say I have a lot to thank for my girlfriend Caitlin, because she definitely bought all my clothes and sparked my love for fashion in high school. Because your boy, poor, didn't have nice clothes, didn't have shit when we met. I had fucking white Nike socks and Walmart shorts, baby. But we got by. Regardless, started to really like fashion, started to really like wearing cool shit, random shit, different shit, and I got voted best dressed. And so then when I wrote this song, which it was started 2020, August of 2020, so approximately 3 years ago today when I first made this song, the original melody, actually that first day that I made this song, it was with Grant, my roommate. Shout out Grant. It was just one day we sat down. He had like this sample that he threw in Ableton, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta cook something." Like immediately, it was like one of those where you hear the sample and you're inspired by the sample alone. So like you have to do something, or else like you're gonna miss it, right? So we sit down, he starts just like throwing some drums around, like throwing some synth parts. He put the little bells in there that's in the chorus, like just, doing the producer shit. And so then I grabbed the guitar and then just started playing. And unbeknownst to me, he was recording, luckily, fun fact, all of my songs that have like the actual good guitar parts come from me not knowing whoever I was with in the studio was recording me. I don't know if that is directly to do with me knowing it's recording, therefore I'm nervous or perform worse. Maybe it's when once the button goes on, the red light goes on, now it's like I have to get it right? Like it's probably a little bit of all of that, but when I don't know it's recording, I'm just having fun. I'm just letting go. I'm just doing stuff. And, I was just doing stuff. He recorded it, and then he arranged it, threw it all together. And then I started writing. And I actually wrote the pre-chorus first, and it was originally supposed to be titled, so here's the idea. So that's the thing with songwriting. Like you gotta think. I'm like Frankensteining ideas. So I had this idea to write a song called Senior Superlative. When I started writing this, I started writing the pre-chorus first, and the song was originally supposed to be called Summer Thoughts, because it's like summer thoughts are tragic. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's been a minute. I made it 3 years ago, right? I should know it though. Either way, if you're listening, you probably know it. the pre-chorus was written first, but then once the drums were added, and I kind of sang that pre-chorus on the lower energy part of the song, when that chorus energy came back, I just went, world's a mess, I'm a mess, but best dressed. Like, basically freestyled that line, and it was like, oh shit, we're making a song about our senior superlative, but we're not going to call it that. We're not going to be so vague. We're going to write it about me. What's going on with me, the one who is quote unquote best dressed. And, 2020, a lot of shit was going down. The world was a fucking mess. So that's what I wrote about. But it was basically just like, I don't know what we're doing now. But I have some ideas. And here's one of my ideas. It was basically writing that song. And that was basically the idea of the song, right? Because it was just like, we're figuring it out as we go. I ain't stressed. It's like one of those happy songs, but like still has like intrinsic thought and some sort of emotion behind it that's not so happy, right? It's like it's the classic dichotomy of a happy song with sad lyrics or vice versa, right? And so that's kind of what we pulled off there. Best Dressed was the first single after the existential crisis era, which was an era that, was a good portion of my music making career thus far. So I'm still figuring out what's next, because Best Dressed still has roots that are tied to that era, that genre, that style. But I don't necessarily feel that way anymore, so I don't make music that sounds like that much anymore. Occasionally, right, that kind of stuff comes up, but not enough to where I'm making several songs about it, right? And I think that's the good part of being an artist. You keep evolving, you keep doing new stuff, but I guess that's it. Like, I don't have much else to say. Best Dressed, it's just it was a cool idea that was Frankenstein together. Different ideas became one. Had the help of Grant Clark, the boy, the homie, 1/3 of Barely Social, who helped produce the intro music for my YouTube videos. Him and I just sat down and we just made a hit, a banger. It's crazy. I can't say it's a hit, right? Because, like, who the fuck's listening to it? But if you, like, just put that on at a party, I promise you it'll just get by. Nobody's going to say a damn thing. They're going to be like, oh, right? And that's in my opinion when you can classify something as a hit, right? Like, obviously it's not a hit. Obviously it's not on the radio, blah, blah, blah. It's not earning, right? But it keeps up, right? And that's what I'm concerned with, because the plays will come, the fans will come, right? The earning will come. But now it's just about staying power. Are people gonna finish listening to this song, or are they gonna turn it off within 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute in? Is it still boring? Is it the same thing? Have you changed the arrangement? Yada yada, whatever. Boring shit. Episode 16, Songs Explained, with your boy Go Funk Yourself. New studio setup. It hasn't been debuted on the podcast channel, so if you're watching this, just know that in a couple more episodes of the podcast, you will get this background, and you'll finally feel what it's like to be brown bagged out. Without further ado, that is episode 16, Songs Explained, Best Dressed by Go Funk Yourself. Peace.
Best dressed for me, world's a mess, I'm a mess, but best dressed. Can't forget the ups and downs are endless. Losing time, it's only right, don't make sense. Using time, I only right will make sense.